A Freudian slip, a term named after Sigmund Freud, refers to what you might also call a slip of the tongue. It's when you mean to say one thing, but instead say something entirely different. Now, I can certainly show you guys a bunch of random clips that fit that description all day long, but I'm more interested in focusing on this definition instead. An unintentional error regarded as revealing subconscious feelings. Basically, it's when you accidentally reveal your secret thoughts. And in this video, it's up to you to distinguish if what they say are in fact their true feelings or just an honest mistake. I'm sure we can all agree that Mike Breen is one of the best announcers in all of sports, but even he can fall victim to the good old Freudian slip.
For the first time this season, Mario Chalmers, Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Joel Anthony went 5 blocks the other night. Joel Anthony went 5 blocks.
Now sure, I know he was trying to say 5 blocks instead of, 5 blacks. Plus, after all, those words are basically identical besides one letter. I do get all that, but considering this graphic he obviously saw on his monitor, maybe something else caused him to blurt that out. Was it their jersey colors, or...
I know it, but I don't think I should say it.
Okay, you get my point. How about we just give him the benefit of the doubt and move on? It's just that I thought the timing was kinda strange, that's all. Now that Mike Breen one is nothing compared to this story. As you can see by the title of this article, it sounded like an MSNBC reporter covering Kobe's tragic helicopter crash used a racial slur, which had many people in disbelief. The reporter in question is Allison Morris. Now I'm gonna show you the clip, but of course I'm gonna have to cut out the bad part. Here, how about we just let this guy take it away?
I don't know if I heard this correctly. I ain't gonna say that she did say the N-word, but let me know what y'all think she said in the video. Okay.
The kind of athlete, the kind of star that was perfectly cast on the Los Angeles Lakers. Kavita, if I could ask you to stay with us, we're gonna go to Bill Roden. He's joining me.
Okay, so if I heard this correctly, she said the N-word.
Yeah, so although I had to bleep it out for this video, the guy in the clip I just showed you believes he heard her say the N-word. And here's how she responded to the backlash. Quote, "Earlier today, while reporting on the tragic news of Kobe Bryant's passing, I unfortunately stuttered on air, combining the names of the Knicks and the Lakers to say Nakers. Please know I did not and would never use a racist term. I apologize for the confusion this caused." Now one might ask, what do the New York Knicks have anything to do with this?
Okay, those teams, the Knicks and the Lakers, are on 2 different coasts. Kobe never played for the Knicks. Like, there was absolutely zero reason for the Knicks to be on your mind.
They didn't even play each other last night. There was nothing, no reason.
Yeah, I don't understand it. So that lie you concocted to cover up, you saying the N-word, that's not gonna fly.
Well, this person seems to buy her explanation. Quote, "I am always defending against racism, but I 100% believe this girl. She's from New York, and even had called them Los Angeles Knicks prior in the interview. It was a word mix-up. You say Nakers fast and tell me what you hear. You all act like you've never mixed up 2 words. But it looks like that person was alone on this one, as most people thought that her explanation was full of baloney. Immediately following the incident, more than 100,000 people signed an online petition demanding that the network fire her, leaving us with this. Quote, "There were so many things about it that were bad," Morris said. "It was only my 3rd show on MSNBC. I tripped over my words and someone thought I said the N-word. I did not." Okay, so let's go all the way back to this particular definition real quick where it says, but can also occur when typing or writing something down. That's exactly what happened to the Charlotte Hornets radio play-by-play announcer John Foky. The date was August 17th, 2020, when the NBA playoffs were taking place in the bubble. Foky was watching Game 1 of the Jazz Nuggets series when he decided to comment on the game via Twitter, more specifically the amazing shooting that was going on in that game. He He said his intention was to tweet out the word nuggets, but unfortunately he ended up tweeting out a different N-word instead. Then within a couple minutes, tons of notifications began to flood his phone. At first he was confused as to why, but then once he took a closer look at his tweet, he suddenly realized what he had done. His heart instantly sank as he quickly deleted the tweet, but by then it was too late. People had already screenshot it. He apologized soon after. Quote, "Earlier today I made a horrific error while attempting to tweet about the Denver-Utah game. I don't know how I mistyped. I had and have no intention of ever using that word. I take full responsibility for my actions. I have been sick to my stomach about it ever since. I'm truly sorry that this had happened and I apologize to those I offended." He would go on to say, "I was trying to get it done as fast as I could so that it was relevant by the time I posted it. I tried to type it and obviously I mistyped the word nuggets and I did not reread it, which, as you know, that's rule number 1 of working in the media, and unfortunately I didn't because I was trying to get it up as fast as possible and I hit send." Now some people accepted his apology, but others weren't so quick to believe his explanation, like ESPN's Mark Jones for instance. Jones wrote, "Funny how my phone never types in the N-word when I type in nuggets. In fact, when I get to nug, it autocorrects to nuggets. Unless homeboy has typed that N-word so many times, it autocorrects to you know what." But Foki said that isn't true. The N-word isn't part of his vocabulary, and that this had nothing to do with autocorrect or predictive text. I mean, to be fair, the U is next to the I and the T is next to the R, while the other 5 letters of those 2 words are the same, which is a pretty solid theory on what possibly could have went wrong here, but Shannon Sharp didn't want to hear it.
The U is right next to the I, the E is right next to the R. But Skip, it's gonna be hard for him to overcome this because the phones have autocorrect. And every time I'm typing, I'm like, phone, will you stop trying to figure out what I'm trying to say? Damn, let me get it all the way through, cause Skip, I'm typing something and no, I don't want that. I gotta go back. Can you let me get it out? And then if it's wrong, help me out.
In the end, as one could expect, John Foki did not get the benefit of the doubt, as the Charlotte Hornets subsequently fired him as a result. I don't know if you guys realize this, but over the past several years, it's almost like we've been conditioned and maybe even programmed to now refer to Russell Westbrook as Westbrick, mostly by the Skip Baylesses of the world, without even knowing it. Don't believe me? Well, take a look at the effect it's had.
What did he tell you? Hey, Greeny, Russell Westbrook really...
What I'm disappointed with Westbrook is I thought he was going to come with all this energy.
AD's going to have to score points in the paint off of Russell Westbrook.
Also, if all we see is stuff like this, of course Westbrick is going to be seared in our subconscious, leading to us calling him that like it's second nature. This is a clip from the 2014 NBA draft, when they were discussing Shabazz Napier being immediately traded to the Miami Heat that night. Now listen to the very end.
Come up with some sort of cap room to fill in around guys like Napier for the next generation, the next chapter of LeBron's career, to keep it going in South Beach. This is the...
Instead of saying South Beach, he says
South Beach.
Yeah, that's actually what he really said, and he did so on live TV. You could certainly argue that he got a little tongue-tied, but what's interesting and potentially very telling is that he said that right after mentioning LeBron. Could it be that he inadvertently revealed his subconscious feelings towards LeBron, and possibly the Miami Heat as a whole, with them having a villain-type aura at the time? I mean, he did have a slip of the tongue, so you never really know if this is what happened here. Now stay tuned for the next video when we take a look at some different kind of slip-ups.